Hello everyone, this is going to be my con report for MAGFest, which is the very first con of the year that I attended in 2013. And to switch things up, I'm actually going to do a countdown of the top 10 things that made this con awesome for me. So, Pabu here and I, we're going to go through what we liked about MAGFest. For those of you who don't know, MAGFest is a music and gaming festival that is hosted at the Gaylord National Harbor Convention Center. And my friends invited me to go, and I was like, well, why not? I've never been to this con. Let's check it out. I love the Gaylord. So anyways, without further ado, let's go on to number 10. This is my first con of 2013, and as I said before, this is the first time I've been to MAGFest, so I didn't really know what to expect. It was actually my first time flying to a con, so that was a really interesting experience. Normally I take the mega bus to Washington, which is a 12-hour bus ride, but flying from Toronto to Washington is only about 2 hours. So right now we're just getting settled into the hotel room here. We have conjoined rooms, so you can see what other people are doing over there. And I've got my costume workspace all laid out for Arcade Sona. That's right, and here's the wig. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome weekend. Oh, and this is the arcade stick that Patrick made for me. Doesn't look awesome.
The door just kind of gets stuck.
Number 9. I have to say the con badges for MAGFest are pretty cool. Now, I'm no con newbie. I've been to a ton of anime cons, and I've never really gotten a badge quite like this. It's plastic, comes with a lanyard, and you can pick your favorite lanyard color. So I took blue because it matched my costume. This year they had a post-apocalyptic theme, so the badges do reflect that. My number is Survivor number 3924. Number 8. The dealer's room was an interesting dealer's room for me. I mean, it was all gaming related.
Hello from the dealer's room at MAGFest. I'm here in one of the best booths in the dealer's room I just found. This lady has all the champions, all the league champions. If you're buying like these cute buttons, she has every single champion. So, yeah, and sorry, what is your name? Allison. Allison? Do you have an online store, Allison?
Yes, I do.
What's your online store?
It's Uguubear's cave at storeandmeat.com.
Awesome. So you better check out her artwork because it is super cute. And I mean, it's not, if you don't like kawaii stuff, that's cool, but like, for like non-cute stuff, it's also pretty amazing. I mean, I'm sure like, it's not like... Yeah, and I think just spend quite a bit, so.
And another thing is it's open 24 hours. Now, vendors can choose their own hours. They can close early, they can close late, whatever they want. But it's pretty awesome that you can go to the dealer's room at like 3 a.m. in the morning just to browse around and maybe come back the next day and buy something that caught your eye. Number 7. So MAG stands for music and gaming, and of course I can't do a countdown without talking about the music aspect of MAGFest. Tons and tons of concerts with a wide range of bands that do different styles of music. I did not see them all. I don't know all of them. I'm sorry, I can't list them all off for you. I'll link you below to the MAGFest website so you can check them out yourself. But I saw Bit Brigade. I was also introduced to Arm Cannon and Proto Men, which were all pretty cool. Number 6. So now this leads me to talk of not only about the musical guests there, but also the other industry guests like YouTube celebrity stars, Egoraptor, JonTron, who do the Game Grumps channel. There was also the Angry Video Game Nerd, who is my personal favorite, and I just had to see him.
Hey, it is Sunday of MAGFest, and I'm a little sad that this con is kind of coming to an end. As my last thing to do, I am now in line at the Angry Video Game Nerd autograph signing because I need these babies signed. Yeah, and he's here at this con, so I'm lining up here for the next half an hour to hopefully get these signed so we can head back to Toronto in good time. Mission accomplished!
yeah, you can see I was pretty psyched to meet James Rolfe. Now, there was a 1 item signing limit, but he let me have 2. Number 5, the tabletop gaming section was amazing. First off, it was hosted in this giant room full of tables and chairs, and it was away from most of the noise of the convention, so you could definitely concentrate on your board games, your strategy, how to screw your friends over, blah, blah, blah. They had a lot of games for people to select from, including favorites such as Settlers of Catan, Dominion, Ticket to Ride. So if you really had nothing else to do at the con, you could totally just go with a group of friends to the tabletop gaming area and play a bunch of games all day. Like, I could probably have done that if my friends were into that. Number 4, how can I not talk about cosplay? Because, you know, I'm a cosplayer. I'm assuming that's why you're watching this channel, not because I make entertaining videos. Hey everyone, so after a delicious lunch at Elevation Burgers, we are now finally ready to get out of the hotel room. I'm in Arcade Zona, and Patrick found a great way to get this to float around my body. And yeah, we're ready to hit the MAGFest floor, show off the costume, do a shoot, and then after that we're gonna go see the angry video game nerd. The casual cosplay atmosphere at MAGFest was actually a breath of fresh air for me. At MAGFest, it's a really chill con. I'm not gonna lie, there aren't a lot of cosplayers, so if you're a bit more of a shy person and you don't really want to stick out in the crowd in a costume, maybe leave the costume at home if you plan on going to MAGFest. But with that being said, people there are really, really friendly. When I was in Arcade Zona, I had people come up to me really openly and just start conversations about League of Legends, and I'm all about that. I actually don't get those kind of conversations at other cons, oddly enough. And it was like a close-knit community of strangers who were all in silly-looking costumes. Then you're gonna like MAGFest. And let me tell you, the costume contest is so jokes. I mean, I don't really mean that in a bad way. Like, if you want to win a fancy Masquerade Workmanship Award, don't bother.
Alright, let's do this. Power up. Alright, but just so everybody's clear, that noise is over after this year. Yeah. We just finished it right now.
Guys, I need to sleep tonight.
I had to shave my entire body, it took like 3 hours. Then I had to paint this liquid latex on it, took like 2 hours. Good work. Don't do this.
Dude, thank you so much. That's disgusting.
Thank you. You not being here.
You were pushing the bar up.
It was more like an improv contest more than anything, and you just roll with the punches and let the crowd appreciate your costume for like 10 seconds, and that was it. It was totally fun. Which leads me to my next point. Number 3, because there's no Masquerade at MAGFest, my Saturday night was completely free. So I had like all these hours to do whatever I wanted. And now I'm going to tell you, as a competitive cosplayer, when I do a masquerade, when the masquerade's over at midnight, I drop dead. I go to my bed and I sleep, and I'm like, no more of this. Take off the makeup, take off the wig, I'm done. But at MAGFest, because there wasn't a masquerade, I found myself like at 8, 9, 10, 3 a.m. I was like, I'm bored, what's there to do? Hey, let's go to a club. The Gaylord National has this club called Pose on the top floor, and my friends and I decided to check it out. Elevator party! It was awesome. How many times do you go clubbing at a con? Well, maybe some of you do. I don't. That was actually my first clubbing experience, so my clubbing cherry has been popped. Number 2, I love the 24-hour arcade. You have no idea. I mean, they had a 24-hour arcade at Youmacon too, but the scale of MAGFest arcade, it's like second to none that I've ever seen in my life. And there's a wide variety of games. There's also duplicates of games too. So, I mean, if someone's hogging the DDR machine, it's okay. There's like 4 other ones down the hall. Take your pick. But I mean, at MAGFest, people were also really good with sharing the machines. So once your set was done, you let the people behind you play a few games, line up again, and that was great. Everywhere you look, there's games, more games. Games over there, games over there. Ah, so much choice. And my favorite game in the arcade is this Tiger Drum game. I must have played that like a million times. Now that leads me to number 1 of why MAGFest was so awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it had nothing to do with MAGFest itself, but I went with a group of some amazing friends, and I'm gonna call them the Bro Squad because they were total bros for the entire weekend. I had my reservations of ending up being the only girl in the group to go to MAGFest, and I was like, oh, it's kind of weird, me and a bunch of guys. They treated me like one of the guys, and I really, really appreciated that. And I mean, they also did take care of me. I never had any creepers. For those of you guys who are watching this video, you know who you are. I love you all. Mwah. Thank you for making MAGFest awesome. That's it for this video. Bye-bye. Wide range of different bands that do, oh dear. It was a really casual atmosphere at Cats. Oh, I almost said Katsucon. Why did I say Katsucon? I'm so silly, aren't I, Pabu? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm talking to a plushie.